Hello children, we are here in our next unit, the unit of a poem. Now the learning outcome here is to recite the poem with stress and intonation, use new words and sentences, and also to comprehend the poem. So let's move on to our next unit of a poem. Before starting the unit, let me tell you something related to the poem. There are different means of transportation. You can see here the pictures are shown different means of transportation. Transportation are things, vehicles that take us from one place to another. We have land transportation, air transportation, and water transportation. Now you know, land transportation are vehicles that move on land. Air transportation are vehicles that move on the air. And water transportation are vehicles that move in and above the water. These are some examples of land transport. All these vehicles move on land. These are some examples of water transport. Ship, submarines, boat. These are some examples of air transport. Aeroplanes, helicopters, and gliders. All these are examples of air transport. Now, we are going to tell you something about a transport which is the cheapest means of transportation among us. Let's move on to our next unit, the unit which is named Trains. It's the 6th unit of your Marigold textbook. Now the Trains poem is written by James S. Tippett. He tells us some things about the trains. Talking about the author or the poet, James S. Tippett was born in 1885 and passed away in 1958. He was an American educator and children's writer. Now let's move on to the poem. Trains. Over the mountains, over the plains, over the rivers, here comes the trains. Carrying passengers, carrying mail, bringing their precious loads in without fail. Thousands of freight cars all rushing on through day and darkness, through dusk and dawn. Over the mountains, over the plains, over the rivers, here comes the trains. Now let's see the animated version of the poem. The train moves over the mountains, the plains, the rivers, and here comes the trains. As you can see, these are the places where the train run. They carry passengers, they carry mail, and they also carry precious loads without fail. They travel through day and darkness, through dusk and dawn. And there are thousands of freight cars here rushing on. Over the mountains, over the plains, over the rivers, here comes the trains. Now let's see the summary of the poem. As the title of the poem implies, this poem is about trains, the cheapest and the most popular means of land transportation. Through this poem, the poet James S. Tippett highlights the importance and usefulness of trains in our day-to-day life. Trains are very important in our life. The trains go over distant places, be it over mountains, rivers, or plains to carry passengers to their destination. Now, freight car trains are used to transport goods, parcels, and letters from one place to another. They travel parcels. They run throughout day and night and form an indispensable means of land transportation. By working around the clock without fail, the railways are committed to serve the public in all possible ways. Now we'll see some new words and the meanings. The first word, mountain. The meaning of mountain, a large steep hill. Now what sentence can we make with mountain? Yes, Mount Everest is the tallest mountain in the world. The second word, passengers. The meaning of passengers, travelers or riders or commuters. What sentence can we make? Yes, the passengers waited eagerly for the train. Now the third word, river. It's a very familiar word for you. It's a large water body. The sentence you can make is? Yes, they went on a boating trip in the Narmada river. Narmada is the name of a river. The next word, precious, meaning is valuable. The sentence you can make, these gold bangles are valuable, they are precious. The next word is mail. The meaning, letters and parcels sent by post. What sentence can we make? Trains carry mails from one place to another. Next word, plains. Meaning large area of flat land. Sentence what can we make? Yes, the plains are best suited for agriculture. Plains means a flat area of land. Now dusk. The meaning, the time before night. What sentence can you make for dusk? Yes, at dusk the sky gets a beautiful orange color. Now the next word, dawn. The meaning of dawn is the time between night and morning. The sentence you can make is? Yes, every day I wake up before dawn and go for a walk. You can make your own sentences. In any way you can make your sentences. Okay, now let's move on to reading is fun and answer to some of the questions that are given in your textbook. There are 4 questions given in your textbook. Let's discuss those questions. Now, the first question, where do the trains run? Now, what could be the answer? Where do the trains run? Yes, the trains run over the mountains, plains and rivers. Second question, what are the precious loads that they carry? What are the loads? Yes, the passengers, the letters and parcels are the precious loads carried by the trains. Excellent. Now the next question. When do the trains run? When do the trains run? Yeah, the trains run throughout day and night. Day or night the trains are running, right? Very good. Fourth question. What is dusk and dawn? We have already discussed this in our new words. Yes, dusk is the time of day immediately after sunset and dawn refers to the first light of the day. I hope all these things are clear to you. But before I end this video, I would like to tell you about the different types of trains that could be helpful to you also. Now, we have 2 main types of trains. There are many types of trains are there, but 2 main types are there. The first one I'll tell you about is a passenger train. You might all have seen this passenger train in your locality. What does a passenger train do? Yes, the passenger train carries passengers. Where do they carry the passengers? Yes, they carry the passengers to long places. They can cover long distances in very short time, isn't it? Yeah, it's a very fast means of transport on land. Many people can sit in these trains at a time. The second type of train that we are going to discuss is the freight trains, or you can also call it as goods train. Now see, the goods train when compared to the passenger train, they are very long. Now see what all things they have taken. They carry coal, they carry petrol or coal, oil, goods, iron, wood. All these things are carried by these freight trains or the goods trains. The goods trains, they carry things to distant places and cover a short area. See, all these things can go in the freight trains. I hope everything is clear to you about the poem, new words, question answers and everything. So till we meet, till the next lesson, Assalamu alaikum rahmatullah. Take care. Bye bye children.